Hi angels, welcome to Earth Angel Energy. I'm the Earth Angel and today I'm bringing you another pick a card reading, and today's topic is what are people saying about you? So if people are talking about you, people are chatting about you, what are they saying? And I have 3 piles for you. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So go ahead and take a second, see which pile resonates with you. We can go ahead and get started. Hi, pile 1. So if you chose the first pile, then this is your reading on what are people saying about you. Okay, pile 1. I see that there's some people who honestly are kind of salty that you've moved forward with your life and you're living like a very happy life. For some of you, you're looking good, you're feeling good, you could have new friends, new connections, new love. For some of you, you could be in a really nice relationship right now. But I feel like this is people, honestly, maybe from your past, who feel like something unfair did happen to you, but that you're just in a really, really good place now. And once again, whatever happened to you in the past, they definitely feel like it wasn't deserved. It honestly seems kind of messed up here. So people are talking about how in the past, they knew you were loving, you were kind, you were just like a genuinely good person. And they feel like either somebody did something pretty messed up to you or they hurt you in some way. And instead of just kind of staying stuck and stagnant, you moved forward. And you're just like living a really, really nice life right now. Now, people also, if there's people who are connected to you now, people could be talking about the fact that it's like there's this really nice energy around you, about you. People could be talking about how they just like want to make sure that you're okay. I'm almost getting this feeling too of like having a hard time speaking right now. So I do feel like I'm not getting a whole lot of like negative gossip or anything. I almost get this feeling that some people feel either like they can't talk about you or like they shouldn't talk about you, or they don't really have much to talk about. So even like when I get these kind of energies, I feel like if it flows really easily with this kind of topic, then it lets me know that a lot of people are talking about you and just kind of like freely gossiping and stuff. So for you, I'm not getting that. People could talk about, like in the past, like they had some haters or they dealt with like a difficult situation, maybe a bad relationship, bad friendship, bad work situation, but now you're doing really well. You look good, you seem excited about life, things are going really well for you. People could talk about how like once again you had like some toxic people around you, you're in a toxic situation and you're doing really well now. It's very straightforward. Let's get some more. Page of Cups. There could be some people talking about wanting to apologize to you or feeling like you deserve an apology here. I'm not entirely sure that's ever going to happen or they're ever going to pluck up the courage. I'm almost getting like this wistful energy, like when people talk about you, especially if they're not connected to you anymore, it's kind of like, man, like that was really messed up what happened, or like why did that happen, or why did they do that to them? Like they're doing so well now. Honestly, the context I'm getting is people could be talking about kind of how your life is now. Like maybe someone saw a picture of you or someone heard about what's going on with you. They're like, oh my gosh, did you hear? Like so-and-so is like doing this, or things are going really well for them, or they look really good. And it kind of starts out in that energy. And then people kind of reflect, especially if you've separated from people or disconnected from people. I think it starts out with a lot of praise for what your life looks like right now. And then it kind of goes back into like, oh, you remember like when we were like with them, or remember when we were friends with them, or remember that when they were with so-and-so. I'm like, gosh, like what happened? Yeah, 3 of Pentacles. Now, if you're connected to people right now, so once again, if you're like collaborating with people, just, in a good place with people, okay. Ace of Swords, 3 of Swords, 7 of Cups. Okay, 6 of Cups. I'm getting a lot of past energy, but if there's people you're connecting with right now, I'm seeing a lot of positive talk here. So with the 3 of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Swords, and then underneath we have that 3 of Swords, 7 of Cups, and the Hanged Man. So we'll get back to this past energy because that's coming through pretty strong. But for people who are connecting with you right now, I'm getting kind of this general energy of, with the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, Once again, I'm not getting like crazy gossip. So I feel like when people talk about you, it feels pretty honest, pretty mild. I'm also getting that no one in your current energy, I don't see any like dishonest talk. So people could be talking about things that you're working on. People could be just giving you general praise. Maybe somebody wants to connect with you, give you an opportunity here. But once again, with the Three of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Six of Cups, there's some sort of honesty or truth when it comes to something that happened in the past. If there was any confusion or illusions around something that happened in the past, I feel like that's been done away with. Page of Swords. Yeah. Especially if people are watching you, there's a lot of talk about your success or how well you're doing or how good you look. If you've been accomplishing something here. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. For some of you, if you made some sort of change, maybe some of you are traveling or something has changed in your life, there's just a lot of talk about just like a general talk of success. I see a lot of people talking about your accomplishments or positive changes that you've made. Now with the Four of Cups and Knight of Cups and the Four of Pentacles, if something unpleasant happened but you didn't talk about it or you didn't make like a big deal about it, you just kind of move forward with your life, people are talking about that, but through the context of like, especially if you've had some sort of big change or something good is happening in your life, they're talking about you walking away from something or disconnecting from something through the context of like, oh, like that's why they moved on or that's why they were able to move forward, is because they had this new good thing coming in for them. So like once again, maybe you left a relationship and then you get into a really good one. It's like, oh, that's why they moved on so quickly, is because they had someone even better. Or maybe you've got a good new job or you've moved to a new place. There's something about people reframing something that happened or adding context to something that happened because of how positive your life looks now, the sun, that you're happy. Once again, I'm not getting a whole lot of gossip. I'm not getting a whole lot of like bad talk or anything like that. It's just very kind of to the point in terms of a pretty unified, positive expression of how you're doing now, and definitely some reframing of the past based on you kind of succeeding and overcoming and doing really well now. Magician. That things are going well for you. Like, honestly, I'm just getting a lot of like honest kind of recollections. Like, do you ever just like talk about people and people are like, oh, like, have you seen so and so? It's like, oh yeah, they're doing this, they've got this going on, they're looking really good. Like, it's almost like a progress report on you. Five of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. Once again, I just keep getting this message of there was some drama or some kind of negative energy in the past that I think you had to deal with and overcome. And a lot of what happened in the past being reframed by your success now. So once again, if you walked away from someone, if you disconnected from someone, if you changed something about your life, it's very much through the context of they're doing well or they were moving forward or they had something better ahead of them. And so that's why they walked away. So if you had to disconnect from someone, if you had to end something, it's not through the context of, oh gosh, they took a loss or like, no, it's very much like you won or you've succeeded or you've elevated, you're doing better. And that's why you walked away from these people, or that's why you were able to overcome. Because once again, I'm getting a lot of toxicity in the past. But it kind of almost feels like people are talking about it through the lens of like, oh, it worked out for them. Like, yeah, that relationship ended and now they finally found their husband or wife. Or yeah, that old kind of crappy job ended and now they're making way more money and doing something they really love. Or yeah, you know, maybe they had to leave that place or leave that town and now they're in this exciting new place that looks really beautiful and they're loving it. It's through that context. It's very like upfront. And I think the reason why is because people know that something messed up happened. I don't know what it was, but you came forward with a very loving, genuine energy, and there was just some nasty, toxic energy that you had to push through. And so I think a lot of people are genuinely kind of, you know, it kind of reminds me when people like watch a movie or like, you know, listen to a story and you just want that character to have a happy ending. You know, when a good person kind of goes through something tough, I feel like whether you know it or not, a lot of people just wanted you to have your happy ending. 10 of Pentacles, and you are. And so I'm seeing kind of this almost rooting for you energy that I really love. Really simple, really straightforward, to the point. If you're in a relationship or connecting with someone, people could also be talking about you having a really nice relationship and your person really loving you. Also, for some of you, I'm not going to lie, either you're in a commitment and people are talking about it, or people could be talking about maybe your partner talking about wanting to take things to the next level with you, or someone wanting to be with you romantically. People could be talking about that as well. Empress. Wow, beautiful. Wow. You've healed, you've grown, you've elevated. I'm just seeing a lot of people kind of talking about you in a very complimentary tone. Like things are going well for you, you're doing well, you're looking good, people are really proud of you. I'm not seeing a whole lot of nastiness. If there was nastiness in the past, I feel like a lot of that has been left behind. Really straightforward and to the point, honestly, a very nice energy. That's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed that pile 1. I love to see it. Once again, not a whole lot of crazy gossip, just people kind of saying, hey, they're doing really well, and it's good to see. I honestly feel like people are not super surprised that you're doing well, but it's more so just if people really kind of came against you or tried to hurt you, I think they're just kind of in awe about the fact that you're able to move forward so decisively and bring so many good new things into your life. All right, that's what I have for you, pile 1. I do hope you enjoyed that. I hope that resonated. And special thank you to my Patreon patrons and those who book personal readings with me. It's because of you I'm able to do these messages. Thank you all so much. Until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you. Hi, pile 2. So if you chose a second pile, then this is your reading on what are people saying about you. Okay, so really nice energy to start out with. I feel like a lot of people, honestly, I get more like speculation. So right now you could be keeping to yourself a little bit. People do feel like there is something new and exciting going on with you. So you could be looking good. You could have some new opportunities. There's something about people kind of wondering what you're up to, knowing that there could be some good stuff going on behind the scenes. It feels very balanced, especially with the energy and how people are talking about you. So a lot of it is not even just what are people saying, but also kind of the energy around it. And so like in pile 1, there wasn't a whole lot of like intense gossip. Like there wasn't a whole lot of like speculation or people being harsh or anything. It was very much like matter of fact, like this is what's going on with them. And it seems pretty cool. I feel like with you, there's a little bit more like curiosity, definitely speculation. People could be wondering kind of the ins and outs of what's going on with you, but it's pretty general. I do feel like a lot of people are talking about how good you're looking right now. You could be having fun, you could be connecting with people. There could also be people talking about how they want to connect with you. Some of them friendship wise, some of them maybe a little bit more intimately, if I'm honest, or even just people saying like, man, they're looking really good, or I do really like them. Now with the 5 of Wands and the Knight of Swords, I do feel like you have some people who are either a little salty, maybe a little jealous here with the 5 of Wands and the Knight of Swords. It's giving me this sort of like oil and water energy though, where so much about what is going on with you and what people think is going on with you is honestly just like good vibes. Like things are going good for you, you're having fun, you're connecting with people. But there are some people who are just coming through in a really like salty way, and I feel like it's kind of weird to people a little bit. So like for instance, I'm almost imagining like a group of people, maybe someone talked to you recently or someone saw a picture or heard about what's going on with you, and someone can be like, oh, like, you know, like so-and-so, they've got this going on, like that seems really cool, da-da-da. And then someone in the group could just be like, well, I think that this, like just very kind of harsh, weird energy. I feel like it's not everyone though. So people honestly could be looking at this person like, are you good? It's sort of it's kind of like an odd energy from whoever this is. So once again, this could have been someone who was like a hater, someone who was salty with you, or somebody who misses you and doesn't have access to you anymore. Let's get a little bit more. Okay. 4 of Pentacles, yeah, I see that you're kind of holding back when it comes to sharing a lot. People kind of know generally what's going on with you, so maybe like what you're doing for work, how you're looking, who you're friends with, where you are, you know, like kind of big things. But people don't have a lot of the intimate details. Page of Wands. And once again, something about new good things in your life. Or something about a glow up, something about you like looking different here. Let's see, we have the 3 of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Some of you could have changed up your look, or you're considering changing up your look. I'll be honest, people, there's like a lot of speculation here. So pile 1 was a lot more factual. I think this one is a lot more speculation. So people could also be speculating that either you're getting a lot of attention, you've got a lot of people who are interested in you. I'm almost seeing people's imaginations kind of running wild. Your life seems kind of exciting right now to people, or you seem exciting, or things are about to get exciting. There's some sort of like excitement here. 3 of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles. You could be in a pretty good relationship right now, or someone wants to be in a relationship with you. I heard someone even saying like, you better hurry up because someone's gonna like lock them down, or they're gonna like get with somebody. People think that you're happy. You look really good. People could also be talking either about your career or your finances. And then with that 3 of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles, I keep getting just speculation. People could also be talking about like, if some of you are investing or saving, or some of you are like working a good job, it's like, oh, I think they're like probably making good money, or they're going to make really good money. They're going to be really successful. 4 of Pentacles. But once again, there's something about people feeling like they don't have access to you that I think is fueling this speculation. So with what I just said, where I think some people are definitely talking about your finances or how they feel like you're going to do very well financially, I'm hearing kind of like, I think they're going to be really successful, or like, I bet they're going to do really well, something like that. But with the 4 of Pentacles, I don't know if you have people who you're not like connected to anymore, they're not in good standing with you, but I'm almost getting this energy of people being like, man, I feel like they're going to make good money, or they're going to do really well, but I don't think, like, I just said they're not going to share it with us, or like they're not going to share it with you. So I don't know who these people are. 4 of Swords, yeah. 4 of Swords is definitely like my ending card, and my 6 of Cups. Okay. This, honestly, this pile's giving me more speculation and regret. So I feel like there's a level of secrecy that you have right now where you're showing the good stuff, but people definitely assume that there's way even more exciting stuff happening kind of behind the scenes in the background with the Empress. And I'm just getting a lot of speculation about what's going on with you, how much money you're making, how well you're doing, the people you're meeting, the places you're going. It's a different context depending on what's going on in your life. But for some of you, there's definitely a lot of room for people's imaginations to kind of run wild. And I'll be honest, I'm also seeing people here talking about how they wish they could reconnect with you, or like, dang, like I shouldn't have like cut them off, or I shouldn't have like done that to them, or I wish that we were still friends. 7 of Swords, yeah. If you have people who like did messed up things to you, stabbed you in the back, I see a lot of people regretting that. And this is a really common energy when, you know, you go through something with people, maybe they're toxic, maybe they hurt you, and you move forward in life. And you commit yourself to your success. You commit yourself to doing well. And then you kind of pop back out. You're looking good. Your life is looking good. You're meeting new people. You're going new places. It's really common for people's energy to come through with regret. It's like, say, for instance, you have a friend, you stab them in the back, and then a year later they become a millionaire. Like, it's a horrible feeling. And once again, for everybody, it's going to look different. I'll be honest, for some of you, people are either speculating you're doing very well financially, or you will do very well financially. See, this is what I don't like about this energy, though. So there's definitely some people who are saying, like, dang, like, I shouldn't have done that to them. But it's almost coming through, like, I should have waited to, like, stab them in the back. Or I should have waited to walk away or something. Like, if I would have waited a little bit longer. Yeah, 5 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. Like, I acted too soon. Who are these people? And I don't necessarily think that they're saying it like, I should have waited to backstab them. It's coming through more like, man, like, I wish we were still friends, you know, or man, I wish we were still in a relationship, or, you know, I wish we still talked. But the underlying energy is like, I took off my mask too soon. But what's really common with this energy too is God will let people reveal their true selves to you before he really gives you that success. Because there's some people who are going to get to go with you. There's some people who loved you before your success and they're going to love you after. And there's some people who were not great people. And he didn't want them to partake in your success and your good times. And I do see more people coming into your life with good intentions, but just take what you learned with these people. But I see a lot of people being very curious about what's going on with you, speculating about, you know, what things are going on behind the scenes, especially if some of you were a lot more open with your life and you're a lot less open now. I just see a lot of like, oh, I wonder who they're meeting, or like, I wonder what's going on with them, or how much money they're making. There's a lot of like excitement, speculation, and regret here. But ultimately, I see that people are kind of just talking about, when it comes to you and your life, that you're looking good. You've got some new stuff happening in your life. You seem happy. You seem content. You might be very busy. And that, yeah, maybe there was like some kind of troubling or toxic things that happened in the past. But really, there's just a lot of like new and exciting stuff happening for you. I'm also intuitively getting... I just heard, I don't think they care about that anymore. Or like, I don't think they care about us anymore. Or like, I don't know, because I keep getting this dynamic where you're in this place in life now where you're kind of manifesting this new reality. And that can look so different for everybody, but there's like newness, there's new good things. And when people see that, oftentimes they like reframe the past. So say for instance, you know, you were connected to some people, things kind of didn't go great, and then you move forward in your life and you look good and you do really well. People might say, wow, look at so-and-so, like they're looking really good, they're doing this, they're doing that. They're like, you remember what it was like when we were friends with them? Remember what it was like when we were connected with them? That reminiscing energy. But there's something here about somebody bringing up like something bad that they may have done, or something bad that happened between you and them. And someone just straight up being like, I just don't think they care about that. Or like, I don't think they're coming back. Empress, you've leveled up. I feel like what they're actually saying and the energy of it is slightly different. So I'm trying to read it for you as best as I can, because it's just telling me what they're really saying. But honestly, I think the word that they're saying is like, wow, did you see so-and-so? They're doing this, they're doing that. They look so good. Can you believe it? And then as they start to reminisce about the past, it feels very much like either the past doesn't matter anymore, or the past got you to where you are now. So I'm seeing kind of this forlorn, regretful energy from some people. I feel like people you're actually connected to, and I feel like you have kind of a smaller circle of people that are close to you. A lot of them are honestly just saying like, yeah, they're busy, but they're doing good. I think things are going well for them. 10 of Swords, King of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Now, I'll be honest, for people who are close to you, they feel like you are like, you mean business right now. I just heard like, you know, they're too busy for that. Or like, yeah, they're working really hard. Like, just leave them be, let them work kind of energy. Yeah, Page of Swords. People who are close to you are kind of watching out for you right now, actually. Page of Cups, Hanged Man in reverse. Yeah, and the Strength. Honestly, people who are close to you, I think they're kind of protective as well, too. So people are asking about you. It's like, yeah, like, they're doing good. It's like, oh, do you think they would be interested in, like, hanging out or something? It's like, maybe, but they're honestly pretty busy. Yeah, 9 of Swords. The people who are close to you, honestly, just feel like you are, like, working hard. You've got a lot going for you. I think also, too, people who are close to you know that maybe you've dealt with, like, hostility or some, like, weirdness from people in the past. So I feel like they're pretty protective of, like, what they say. Yeah, the Star. Like, they keep it pretty chill. They keep it pretty vague. If I'm honest, people who are close to you actually don't talk about you too much. Like, they don't really gossip about you. I feel like when they do say things, they say good things. But people who are close to you, kind of, I'm almost getting this, like, protective energy where they don't want to share too much about what's going on with you. Like, they don't want to, I guess, infringe on your privacy. But they're like, yeah, they're doing good, they're stable, things are going well for them. You know, they might share some of, like, what's going on with you, some of your accolades. But in general, I just feel this kind of, like, protective energy. So honestly, I feel like people you're close to, people you have a good relationship with, don't really gossip about you. They talk about you pretty vaguely. So if someone's like, oh, what are they up to? It's like, yeah, they're doing this, or they've accomplished this. But really, I'm just getting this sort of protective, defensive energy. I think a lot of people who are close to you kind of know what you've been through, and they like to say nice things about you, but they don't want to gossip about you. And I feel like for people who are, like, not close to you anymore, it's kind of like, man, I don't 100% know what's going on with them, but what I do know looks really good, and I kind of wish we were still close. That's what I have for you, Pile 2. Okay, once again, for today's topic, I found it a little bit harder to talk just because the energy feels like people either don't have anything to say about you, other than like positive things, or people just don't want to gossip and like say a bunch of like crazy stuff about you. So it's just not coming through like super strongly. I'm almost getting this like molasses type texture with the energy. It's like if people want to gossip about you, it's like, yeah, they're doing good. And that's it. Like, I'm not really saying anything super crazy or salacious. But it looks pretty good to me. I do see 1 or 2 people speculating that you might be like, either have a lot of suitors or a lot of people who like you or who are into you. But in general, I'm seeing just kind of a sad, regretful energy from people from the past and a pretty protective but positive energy from people you're close to. Looks pretty good to me. All right, that's what I have for you. I do hope that resonated. I hope you enjoyed that. And special thank you to my Patreon patrons and those who book personal readings with me. It's because of you I'm able to do these readings. But thank you all so much, and until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you. Hi, Pile 3. So if you chose a third pile, then this is your reading on what are people saying about you. Okay, Pile 3, I'm going to be honest. I don't know what's going on here, but I feel like there's a lot of like very salty, like mad people in this reading. I don't know who these people are. With the Ten of Swords, I definitely feel like it could be people that you're not really connected to right now. So we'll definitely pick up on people that you are connected to and what they're saying. But there's some people here where there's been an ending. Maybe you're not close to them anymore. Maybe you're not connected to them anymore. And they're like mad. Okay, not necessarily mad at you, but mad about something. So with the Ten of Pentacles, I'm getting this sort of projection energy where something happened clearly with the Ten of Swords where there's a reason you're not connected to this person or these people. But somebody kind of wants to like twist the situation to make themselves feel better. So somebody could straight up be saying like, with the Ten of Pentacles, yeah, something about money. So people honestly could be talking about how you're either like, so I'm just going to say the context, because once again, I don't think it's true, but I'm like, this is just the easiest way to read this energy. Someone could be saying like you don't want to hang out with them anymore because they like don't make enough money, or they're like not high class enough or something, or like someone could be saying you're like a snob and that's why you're not close to them anymore, when in reality this person was like a snake. I'm getting like a serious like snake energy, like just a bad person, and someone's really mad that you're not connected to them. Or honestly, I feel like this person is mad that you're like doing a lot better without them or after you knew them. And so somebody doesn't like the fact that they feel like they lost in this situation. This is a super common energy. I get this from my collective all the time, where a lot of you have learned that, you know, if somebody hurts you, if somebody stabs you in the back, like continue to stay committed to your future, continue to stay committed to your happiness, and just allow your life to flourish without this person. And every time that happens, the people who hurt you get so jealous and salty. Because it's like, oh, they don't have access to you, and now you either have increased resources, you're looking really good, you've got new exciting things happening in your life. For some of you, you're married or getting married or in a great relationship. The Fool, the Chariot, yeah. For some of you, you were in this sort of defensive situation where, I don't know, you felt like you had to defend yourself, or you felt like you had to walk away, you were being mistreated. Just a really nasty energy that I'm sorry that you had to go through, but just know, you know, you're not the only one who's had to go through these kind of difficult situations with people. But you were able to just move forward so decisively. You're living your life, you're unburdened, you're happy. Yeah, you put an end to it. I feel like also there could be people who, I don't know if you helped people, if you contributed to a situation, if you made someone's life easier. Someone is really missing what you did for them, or what you gave to them, or what you contributed. I think someone also hates the fact that it really was you. It really was your resources or your energy. Someone wanted to like take credit for what you contributed or what you did, or even your success. And it's like when you leave someone or you disconnect from someone and you still succeed, you still do well, someone is just like mad. I don't know. Someone's mad that they don't have access to you. Someone's mad that they don't have access to like your resources, your help, your advice, your abundance. I'm just getting this very salty energy. Devil card. Yeah. Let's get the Devil card. What's the Devil card? Please clarifier for the Devil card. Four of Swords in reverse. Queen of Swords, Three of Cups. Okay. Something about you, like standing on business or disconnecting from someone, walking away or not coming back. Once again, the Four of Swords isn't ending. Someone is like really mad that you actually like thrived without them or thrived after the fact. Who is this person? This person's energy is Seven of Cups. Yeah, this person is like mad delusional or has like issues. The way that someone's talking about you could be making someone look, I just heard crazy. Okay. Yeah. Because here's the thing. I feel like this is like one specific person, maybe two, but I'm getting like one specific person who's just being like, oh, they're a snob, or like, that's why we're not friends anymore. That's why we don't connect anymore, whatever. Honestly, people know you as someone who is friendly, yes, successful, yes, blessed, but like a good person. Like people know if you stop connecting with someone, it's either like very amicable or you do it for like a good reason, like you were being mistreated or something bad happened. And so I feel like the general talk about you is pretty mild. Like, yeah, you could have new things coming in for you if you have new opportunities. You're looking good. People could be talking about your accomplishments or like, you know, oh, they seem really happy. They seem like they're doing really good. Or like, if you're doing something new, it's like, wow, that's so cool. Or, oh my gosh, did you hear this? Did you hear that? Just kind of pretty solid, straightforward energy. But then you have someone who's just talking crazy and people are like, what are you talking about? I don't know who this is. This could be an ex. This could be an old friend. This could be an old coworker. Lovers. Is definitely could be like an ex or something. Ace of Swords. Or somebody that you kind of like connected with and then don't connect with anymore. Okay. Yeah. So Two of Wands is a choice. Page of Pentacles could be a message. It could be like some sort of new beginning here. Okay, so here's the thing. So you know how I told you I'm picking up on this energy of somebody who's just like talking like crazy. So along with like people just kind of doing like a pretty factual rundown of what they know is going on in your life. Once again, oh, they're looking good. They've got this going on. They're doing this. There's that. Then there's that second layer of whoever this person is being like, we're not friends because I didn't make enough money, or they're a snob, or they're bougie, or whatever, all that. There's the second layer. But what's happening, I see here, when people are talking about you, is people could also be talking about whoever this crazy person is, talking about you. So they could be like, so-and-so is like jealous, or so-and-so is like obsessed with them. I just heard they're so obsessed with them. What is this? Lovers. Or they still want them, they still like them. I just heard they won't shut up about them. Who is this? And people know it's because you're looking good and you're doing well. I don't know if somebody thought that they were going to do better without you, or if somebody was like, I don't need them, or da-da-da. Ooh, if you're in a relationship and you have a salty ex, Queen of Wands, Two of Swords, Queen of Cups. So for some of you, I'm getting a salty ex. For some of you, I'm getting like an old friend or an old frenemy or old coworker or something. I'm just getting this very like kind of jealous, envious, kind of like they can't have you anymore. They can't connect with you, or they couldn't knock you down. So they're just gonna like obsess or like say weird things. Ace of Wands. People could honestly be talking about you, how this person's still attracted to you. This is really weird, but for some of you, this isn't even a romantic situation, and people could be saying like, I think they just were in love with them, or I think they liked them. Eight of Pentacles, especially if there's some like old coworker or something. But along with the Ace of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles, especially if work is going well for you, you have some sort of professional endeavor that you're doing right now, people could be talking with a lot of excitement about how well you're doing. So I am getting people who are close to you are just kind of talking about how you're working hard, you're looking good. Like, it's an excited energy. And I think that's why, if there's anyone who's salty or missing you, that's why they're coming through so strongly. Because when people do talk about you, it's kind of with excitement. I feel like for a lot of you, you're on some new journey, or you're looking really good. You might be doing some new exciting things. And some people talk about you, it's like, oh my gosh, did you see so-and-so? Or, oh my gosh, can you believe this? Or like just a lot of positivity. I see a lot of people you're close to also kind of like bragging about you or showing off your accomplishments, how good you're looking. Ace of Swords. But it's all honest. So one thing that I'm really liking here is, as we're kind of talking about what people are saying about you, I'm not seeing a whole lot of like lies or, tall tales or anything like that. I feel like you've got a lot of good things going for you, and people are just sharing what you've got going on. And so it's excitement. I see a lot of pride for you as well. And just, I don't know, whether it's new people you're close to right now, there's just a lot of like, oh my gosh, like so-and-so is so cool, or they're doing this, or they're working really hard, they're really smart, they're really attractive. Just this really kind of excited energy around you. It's a beautiful energy. Knight of Swords. And so I feel like all the piles had like a different vibe, but pile 3, it feels very forthcoming and exciting. Like I feel like people are excited to talk about you, but it's really mainly good things. I feel like if there's anybody salty, they're excited to talk about you just because they miss you, or they're jealous, or when someone's just like obsessed, and even if they're like in a negative energy. I'm gonna say it like Meghan Markle, it's kind of giving me a little bit of that energy where it's like, you ask them like, okay, well, what's wrong? Like, why are you mad at them? And they can't give you a reason, but they always want to talk about you. That's what I'm getting from this kind of hater energy, where someone's just jealous, or they just miss you, or they feel guilty. And so I just heard like they won't shut up about you. So I'm getting people who are in a good standing with you, who just want to like talk about you, talk about what's going on with you. There's a lot of excitement around you. I think right now people find you to be a very exciting person, but it's not even really for controversy. You're just doing a lot of interesting things right now, or you're looking really good, or you've got some cool projects going on right now, or you're making good money, or you're traveling. There's something here where I think a lot of people are genuinely very proud of you and find you really exciting. And so I see a lot of excitement around talk about you. All right, that's what I have for you. Thank you so much, pile 3. Really nice, kind of like, ooh, exciting energy. And even the way that I was speaking for a lot of the piles, I felt like depending on if people are like excited to talk about you or trying to kind of like not infringe on your boundaries, even the way the energy has come through has kind of reflected that. I feel like for you, pile 3, this is the one where people are like excited. Like they find you really exciting to talk about and really interesting. So it really just flowed very quickly and with a lot of energy. But most of the energy looks honestly really good. And you can pray for whoever this salty person is, because I feel like every time you come forward looking good and doing good things, they just get a little bit more mad. But hopefully that madness doesn't eat them up inside, and they can get in a good energy like everybody else around you. All right, that's what I have for you. Great readings today, really interesting messages. I do hope that resonated. I hope you enjoyed that. And special thank you to my Patreon patrons and those who book personal readings with me. It's because of you I'm able to do these messages in the first place. Thank you all so much once again, and until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you.